Welcome back here with us on Times Now. Viewers, just 2 days to go for D-Day in Tamil Nadu. Will MK Stalin return to power? Will it be an NDA government or will the latest political entrant storm to power in the state? These are the questions that remain unanswered, but there is a lot of speculation, especially after what we saw in the exit poll. In fact, Tamil Nadu clearly is staring at a political moment that could redraw its power map. Exit polls have shown that the results can be a really tight contest, and with one exit poll, in fact, giving Vijay a very interesting range of seats that TVK could really get this time. That has become the biggest talking point in Tamil Nadu ahead of the counting day. And let's now tell you what the man of the moment is up to. Vijay is continuing his spiritual visits, seeking divine intervention ahead of the results after visiting the Lord Murugan temple on 28th of April and Shirdi Sai Baba temple on April 29th. Vijay is also set to visit a church and a dargah tomorrow. He is going to be in Nagapattinam district tomorrow early in the morning to visit the Velankani church and Nagore Dargah Sharif. But beyond political chatter as well, many have spoken of what they have described as Vijay phenomena. Zoho founder also spoke about this phenomena, and let's now listen in to what MK Stalin, the chief minister, had to say on what the exit polls have suggested.
அதேபோல் இன்றைக்கு நம்முடைய கழகத்தோழர்கள் உழைத்திருக்கக்கூடிய உழைப்புக்கு பலன் வருகிற 4ஆம் தேதி பெறவிருக்கிறோம். அதில் எந்த மாற்றமும் இல்லை, ஒரு துளி அளவு கூட மாற்றம் இல்லை என்பதை.
And viewers, even as the TVK chief plans a spiritual trip, on the other side, a TVK candidate, Ramesh, has claimed that his office was burned down by some unknown miscreants. TVK is also planning to file a police complaint in this regard. Let's go across to my colleague Dharini, who is joining us live at this point in time. Dharini, so two issues here. One, of course, Vijay is trying to send a clear message because during his campaigning also, he visited these places of worship, and now also as we are counting down to the big counting day, he has planned a visit to a church and a dargah tomorrow morning. Earlier he visited temples as well. And second important aspect I want to talk to you about is the claim that has been made by a TVK candidate. Has the party now filed an official complaint about what happened?
Well, first talking about Vijay's, visits to the Velankani church and Nagore Dargah tomorrow. Of course, Vijay is visiting many places of worship. Earlier we saw him visit the famous Tiruchendur Murugan temple and also the Shirdi Sai Baba temple in Maharashtra. Following that, now he'll be visiting the world famous Velankani church in Nagapattinam district of Tamil Nadu, and he'll also be visiting the Nagore Dargah, which is a very famous mosque here in Tamil Nadu. So Vijay is sending out a message of secularism because, right from the beginning, TVK has been projecting itself as a progressive secular political party, which is very common for all the religions, that they don't restrict their, interests towards one particular religion alone. TVK is a political party which is common to all religions, which is beyond caste and creed and religion, is what Vijay has been telling right from the beginning. And for that reason, he is sending out a very strong political message through these visits, because he's visiting temples, he's visiting churches, and he's also visiting the mosques, making him, a secular person, giving him the look of a secular person. So that is what Vijay is trying to do. On the second point about the unfortunate incident that allegedly took place in Srirangam district of Tamil Nadu. Srirangam's TVK candidate Ramesh has, come up with an allegation. He says that two unidentified men arrived in a motorbike and they set his election office in the constituency on fire, is what he is alleging. So these unidentified miscreants, they came to the location with kerosene in the midnight, and they set his temporary election office in the constituency on fire, is the allegation at the moment. And of course the TVK has formally filed a complaint with the Srirangam police. The Srirangam police, they are right now trying to nab the suspect. A launch has been a search has been launched by the police to nab the suspects, but so far there has been no arrests. But the candidate here, that is Ramesh, he is alleging that two miscreants did that, and this happened around 2:30 a.m. in the midnight is what he is telling, when nobody was present in the temporary election office. That is when the miscreants did that, according to the complainant.
All right. Thank you, Dharini, for the moment, for joining us with your inputs on this story. Let's now move on and shift our focus to Punjab, where elections are supposed to happen next year, the assembly elections, but a lot has happened in the assembly today. The Shiromani Akali Dal released a video from inside the Punjab Legislative Assembly, levelling some serious allegations against the Chief Minister, Mr. Bhagwant Mann. The party claims that on the occasion of International Labourers' Day, the Chief Minister allegedly attended the assembly after consuming alcohol and pointed to his conduct in the House as evidence. Calling the incident shameful, the Akali Dal strongly condemned the alleged behaviour, saying it undermines the dignity of the Assembly on an important public day. The party has now demanded that Bhagwant Mann undergo a dope test in full public view, insisting that the truth be established before the people of Punjab. And there was high drama that we saw in the Assembly as protests erupted inside the House. The ruckus began after the Speaker rejected the Congress party's demand for dope testing of all MLAs. Following the decision, Congress legislators stormed the well of the House and staged a protest, raising slogans and disrupting proceedings. Now, the demand for a blanket dope test has intensified the ongoing political confrontation, turning the assembly session into a flashpoint.
आज जहां पंजाब सरकार ने भगवंत मान जी की अगुवाई में हमारे जो किरती कामे मजदूर भाई हैं, उनके पसीने को, उनकी किरत को, उनकी मेहनत को सजदा सलाम करने के लिए ये सेशन बुलाया गया, वहीं पे कांग्रेस द्वारा ऐसे बेसलेस झूठे बातें करके, हल्की बातें करके, मैं समझता हूँ कि इस हाउस का और उन किरती कामों का, मजदूरों का के जख्मों पे नमक लगाने वाला काम जो कि बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट है।
सारी कांग्रेसी लेजिस्लेटिव पार्टी ने एक चिट्ठी साइन करके ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਟੈਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਚੀਫ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੰਗੀਨ ਇਲਜ਼ਾਮ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਡੈਮੋਕ੍ਰੇਸੀ ਵੀ ਖਤਰੇ 'ਚ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਹਾਊਸ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੱਕ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਭੰਗ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਸੁਣਾਓ ਤੇ ਚੀਫ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ एल्गोमीटर लाकर ब्रेथलाइजर भी होए थे, डोप टेस्ट भी है।
ये बेहद गंभीर मामला है कि पंजाब जैसे सेंसिटिव राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री विधानसभा, जो लोकतंत्र का मंदिर है, वहां पर भी नशे में धुत होकर आते हैं। इससे पहले भी हमने देखा है, चाहे वो जब लोकसभा में रहे हो भगवंत मान जी, तब नशे में आना, मंदिर जाना तब नशे में जाना। उनके परिवारजनों ने बताया कि वो नशे में रहते थे और मंदिर जाते थे। कुछ लोगों ने देखा है कि गवर्नमेंट मीटिंग्स में भी वो नशे में रहते हैं, और अभी असेंबली का तो दृश्य सभी ने देखा। इन्होंने चुनाव से पहले मां के सर की सौगंध खा के कहा था कि मैं अल्कोहल छोड़ दूंगा। इसका एक ही इलाज है कि सीएम मान का अल्कोहल डोप टेस्ट किया जाए।
And viewers, we have a reaction now coming in from Bhagwant Mann as well. After Congress party demanded the Punjab Chief Minister to undergo the test, Bhagwant Mann said they have no other issues really to raise at this point in time. Let's go across to my colleague Manoj, who's joining us on the broadcast more on this. Manoj, आज जो हुआ असेंबली में काफी शॉकिंग था, लेकिन ये जो पहला रिएक्शन आया है चीफ मिनिस्टर की तरफ से, इसके बारे में और बताइए हमें।
जी बिल्कुल, देखिए, चाहे मुख्यमंत्री हो या आम आदमी पार्टी हो, सभी ने ये कहा है कि जो आरोप लगाए जा रहे हैं, दरअसल जो मुख्य मुद्दा है उससे ध्यान भटकाने वाली बात है। और जिस तरीके से मजदूर दिवस पर ये सेशन बुलाया गया था, तो मुख्यमंत्री का यही कहना था कि कांग्रेस को इसमें शामिल होना चाहिए था, लेकिन जिस तरीके से हमेशा मजदूर विरोधी सोच रही है, उसका उदाहरण कांग्रेस ने पेश किया है। और जहां तक कांग्रेस की बात है, या बीजेपी या अकाली दल, सारा विपक्ष एक साथ है आज इस मुद्दे पर, और वो भगवंत मान को सीधे निशाने पर उन्होंने लिया है। सीधे उन्होंने मांग की थी कि उनका डोप टेस्ट कराया जाए, उनका एल्कोमीटर से टेस्ट कराया जाए, और चंडीगढ़ पीजीआई के डॉक्टरों से ये जांच कराई जाए, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से एक वीडियो अकाली दल ने जो शेयर किया है, उसके माध्यम से आरोप लगाए गए हैं और कहा गया है कि नशे में थे मुख्यमंत्री, लेकिन इन आरोपों को गलत बताया है आम आदमी पार्टी ने। जी,
ऑल राइट। Thank you, Manoj. Appreciate you joining us with your inputs on this story. Let's now move on and shift our focus to another big story of the day. And this is about what's happening in Iran. Is Abbas Araghchi, Iranian foreign minister, likely to be sacked? This question is being asked because of a news report that has suggested that Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian and Iranian Speaker Mohammad Ghalibaf have accused Araghchi of bypassing the president and following instructions of Islamic Revolutionary Guard chief during negotiations with Washington. As stalemate over talks between US and Iran continues, cracks seem to be widening within Iranian leadership. Reports are suggesting that Araghchi failed to keep Pezeshkian informed about the developments in the nuclear talks. Following this, the Iranian president reportedly told close associates that he could dismiss the foreign minister if this pattern continued. Srinjoy Chaudhary, my colleague, is joining us live right now for more on this. Srinjoy, any official word coming in from Iran on this report? What is being reported in Iranian media about this?
Very silent as far as the official sources are concerned. But what we are hearing from the Iranian media is that there is a split within the government. Now, this has been talked about before, that there is a hard line, there is a moderate division, and so on. Now, if Araghchi is dismissed, it would be a sign and evidence, actually, that there is actually a division between the more hardline sections of the establishment and also a moderate section. Now, all this could have been avoided, perhaps, if there was a supreme leader. Now, there is a supreme leader in a sense, but he hasn't been seen for quite a long time. So we don't know how effective he is. But at this point, there are divisions, is what is being talked about. And if there are divisions, there is a hardline unit, there is a more moderate view also coming out of the establishment leadership sections. So as a result, it is not only difficult for Iran, but it's also difficult for the Americans. Who are they going to speak with?
Right. Thank you, Srinjoy. Appreciate you joining us with your inputs on this story. We'll keep tracking this development closely with you ahead as well. Let's now move on and shift our focus to another update we are getting from Jammu right now. Major accident has been reported in Jammu, where an old bridge suddenly collapsed onto workers who were engaged in the construction activity of a new bridge. According to initial information, several laborers are still trapped under the debris after the old structure gave way. Panic gripped the area immediately after this incident took place. Ankit, my colleague, is joining us live right now for more on this. Ankit, what is the latest update that you can share with us? Rescue operations are underway. And when did this happen and what's happening right now?
I am on the ground. I will show you the visuals. This is the spot where one of the portion of the bridge has been collapsed, and NDRF along with Indian Army, SDRF and the Jammu Kashmir Police, they are on the ground. JCBs has been called in. A large-scale rescue operation is underway. What we are learning is that at most 4 of the people were trapped under the debris. Few minutes back, one of the labor who was under the debris, he has been rescued. He is alive. 3 of them are under the debris and they have been tracked, but right now the large-scale rescue operation has been launched. One of the portion of this particular bridge which we are showing, this is the particular bridge. One of the portion has been collapsed suddenly. What comes to it, it is a matter of investigation, but right now the large scale of rescue operation is underway. Indian Army is on the ground, SDRF, NDRF, and
Right. Thank you very much for the moment for joining us with your inputs on this story. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this, Ankit. Let's now move on. Viewers, on his first visit to Ladakh since the recent violence, Union Home Minister earlier was in Leh. He also took part in the ceremony for holy relics of Lord Buddha in a significant outreach visit for the region. Take a look.